Think about your dog for a second. If you throw a raw piece of steak to a dog, they immediately lose their mind. They don't look around for a grill. They don't ask for salt. They just eat it. But if someone gives you a completely raw, cold potato or a raw chicken breast, yeah, you're not doing that. Every single animal on this planet eats their food completely raw, except us. We are the only weirdos that need to cook our food first. And no, it's not just because warm food tastes better. The truth is, if we suddenly stopped cooking tomorrow, our entire species would actually be in massive trouble. To understand why, you have to realize that eating raw stuff is an absolute chore. Raw food is tough, like physically aggressive. If you're trying to survive on raw wild roots and raw meat, your jaw has to do a ridiculous amount of heavy lifting just to mash it up. Our closest animal relatives, chimpanzees, spend about 6 hours a day just chewing. 6 hours. Imagine chewing your breakfast until lunchtime, just to start chewing your lunch until dinner. That sounds like a horrific nightmare. And the chewing is only stage 1 of the misery. Once that raw lump hits your stomach, your body has to work overtime just to digest it. A lot of the actual nutrition inside raw food is locked away behind brutal plant walls or dense muscle fibers. But when we throw food over a fire, the heat does all the hard work for us. It pre-digests the food before it even touches our lips. Because we started cooking, something crazy happened to our bodies over thousands of years. Our guts actually shrank. Think about a cow. Cows have giant, bloated, complicated stomachs because they need a massive internal composting factory just to digest raw grass. We used to look a bit more like that, but once fire started doing the digesting for us, we didn't need that giant, energy-sucking gut factory anymore. So, our bodies practically evicted it. And what did we do with all that leftover energy? We sent it straight to our brains. See, your brain is a massive diva. It only makes up about 2% of your body weight, but it hogs around 20% of your daily energy. It is incredibly expensive to run. If you are spending all day chewing and digesting raw leaves, like a gorilla, you literally do not have the spare calories to feed a big brain. You're trapped in a cycle of being dumb and chewing forever. There's this famous theory by a scientist named Richard Wrangham, who argues that cooking is quite literally what made us human. We didn't get super smart, invent tools, and then think, hey, let's build a fire. It's the exact opposite. We learned to cook by accident, stumbled into a goldmine of easy calories, and then our brains finally had the fuel to grow. Basically, you can thank ancient BBQ for the fact that you can read, right? And watch YouTube videos instead of swinging from a tree. There's also the very obvious benefit of not dying from terrible bacteria. Nature is basically crawling with microscopic things that want to ruin your week. Raw meat is a playground for stuff that will keep you glued to a bathroom floor. And before we had refrigerators, expiry dates, or food inspectors, fire was our only real line of defense. Cooking kills off the stuff that wants to kill you. Plus, a shocking amount of wild plants are actually pretty toxic when they're raw. Cooking neutralizes those poisons. So, fire didn't just make food easier to eat. It stopped us from accidentally poisoning ourselves every time we tried a new snack. It meant we could wander into new places, find random plants, cook them, and actually survive the night. So, the next time you're staring blankly at the microwave, waiting for your leftover pizza to heat up, remember, you're participating in a deeply sacred human tradition. We aren't cooking because we're fancy, though a little seasoning obviously helps. We do it because our biology literally demands it. Without fire, we'd still be sitting in a muddy forest somewhere, jaw aching, aggressively chewing on a raw root for the 6th hour today.